Greetings, folks. Welcome to part 6 of the Dazalor raid. Obviously, this is the Rasta fight. I'll just explain some of the tactics first. So we're gonna engage the two ads first, whilst tanking the bosses. Rasta. We'll take down the big guy first, that's marked with a skull, before taking down the small guy. I think that's how we're going to do it. Pretty sure that's how we do it. Everyone's just grabbing food and pre-pots and all of that shenanigans at the moment. Just because it's a good idea to have all of that stuff, especially for this kind of fight. And this fight does ramp up like a lot. It just gets stupidly crazy later on. I mean, you'll see just death stores everywhere. We do try stacking up the death stores in one corner, at least for the early parts of the fight, before it all goes south, and they're just everywhere by the end of the fight. I'm not kidding. Just makes it so much harder.
So be it.
So there's a bit of roleplay going on. No idea what's going on there. We've got a bit of roleplay going on. Obviously seeing a slightly darker side to the Alliance. I mean, it's... you're hearing a story secondhand. So it's like, you know, is that actually how it went down, or is that just propaganda? Hard to tell. So everyone's just working out tactics and stuff at the moment. Where I've thrown the smoke bomb, that's around about where the druid's gonna tank Rastakan. Just because that's a kind of nice place to tank him initially. And then obviously Bwom Sandy's gonna be tanked when he shows up. He's gonna be tanked far off on the left hand side. The death stores are gonna get stacked up on the right hand side in the corner, at least initially. Just because it really helps that they're there for the I guess death realm phase, where a lot of the DPS healer get dumped into the death realm. At least one healer. We need more realistically. Now I'm gonna do some complaining about my class, because I am seriously thinking about switching to Beastmaster at this point. Simply because of how broken it is. It's like I need to be able to move around in raids continuously. I need to keep mobile and producing DPS, and that doesn't mold well with marksman, where it's like your best damage ability, you can't move whilst you're charging it up. So you can't move whilst you're charging aim shot, and my aim shot takes me between 2.2 and 2.3 seconds before it fires. That's a long time to get targeted by a boss and smacked for a lot of damage, I'm going to be honest, whereas a Beastmaster has no channels at all. It's just like, yay, just lots of damage, and my pets are doing damage, and they're not taking damage from AoEs because they've got 90% damage reduction, and all of these other good shiny things that my class does not have. Don't get me wrong, Blizz have removed so much from the Hunter class that it's just stupid. I mean, they've been doing it ever since Kata. And then when everyone else got their stuff removed in Legion, Hunters were just like, so what, they've been doing this to us for every expansion. Everyone else is complaining about losing their shit, but Hunters just like, yeah, well, they've been doing this to us since forever, so it's nothing new. Welcome to the club, guys. You know, it's like everyone wondered what Hunters were complaining about up until now, and then it happens to everyone else. It's like, oh, I get it now. Yeah, welcome to the club. Hope you stay broke. No offense. Yeah, I'm a little bit bitter about it, I'm going to be honest. Anyway, on with the show. So, the druids are moving into position to get ready to do their tanking thing. And the fight should get started any second. Everyone's just sort of double checking their pre-pots, and we're doing a countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And the fight begins. And obviously, like I said, we just start dropping DPS onto 64k crit just straight off. I really like that. But again, it comes at the price of not being able to move, which is in this situation, it's just that's fatal.
Beware.
So we start getting plagues of toads running off, and I am just so lucky not to get touched by it there. Oh yeah, we're just, you know, carrying on dropping down DPS on him, and he's down to like 20% health there, 25-ish. And then we're going to swap damage from the Siege Breaker to the Prelate very, very shortly. Now, yeah, I screwed up there. I should have gathered up onto everybody else and didn't. He's got an attack where, you know, the more targets it hits, the less it does. The damage is spread out, and I wasn't in a good position there. We're just dropping more damage on him. The Prelates and Siege Breaker are pretty easy to take down. They don't have big hit point pools, I'm going to be honest. When you've got an entire raid, they go down damn quick. So we're targeting to Rastakan now, but we can't actually do anything. That's Yukin, being Yukin. So one of the druids has picked up Bomb Sandy, and now we're switching on to zombie dust totems because, yeah, you have to switch to zombie dust totems, otherwise you've got like parts of your raid murdering other parts of your raid. It's not good. Mind control is just bad.
Beware.
So those fire rings is basically get the hell away from everybody else and don't let it hit other people, because that can escalate quickly to the point where everyone's got it and everyone's getting smacked by it. And it's pretty freaking horrible. So we're watching our spacings right now.
Let the fire rain down. Your
See, Zol's got a bit of fire on him.
To me.
Her, sorry.
You will
Him,
be
her.
wise to flee.
Who knows? I think Zol's a girl, I think.
I don't have a target.
So again, we're just focusing on King Rastakan. Now, it's going to go in. The fight's going to switch up phases again very, very shortly. Every time it goes up a phase, it gets a little bit more gets a little bit more crazy. So as you can see, we're stacking up death stores there on the blue square, just because that is a great place to have them. I'm gonna be honest. If you can stack all your death stores there, like all of them throughout the entire fight, you're gonna have one heck of an easy time when it comes to the last bit. Obviously, it doesn't. It doesn't go that way throughout the raid. One death store gets dropped in the middle there. Not so good for everybody because it's like right in the freaking middle of the place. But hey, you know. And weirdly enough, I think that's also the point where we stop bothering to drop the death stores there, and it just makes the end part of the fight just absolutely insane. Okay, we're entering into stage 3 of the fight now, and a load of DPS, some of the healers, we get transported into the death realm, and you've got these balls just everywhere, and I'm a marksman and I need to keep moving continuously. Yeah, this is going to go well. You already know what's going to happen. Yeah, Illy's dead. Probably Yukin as well, because he's a marksman as well. It just proves the point. Basically, you can't. You know, marksmen are great DPS raid, or a great raid DPS, but gonna be honest, just no survivability to us because of the whole. Yeah, there you go. Having a channel. Channeling to do the DPS. Having a move. Can't actually do anything. Great. So I'm down. Yukin's managing to stay alive at the moment. That's probably not going to last. He's a marksman just like I was. It's like you're dead. You just don't realise it yet. Your class is not. Your class is old and, you know, has been stripped back to its bare bones, and you're clicking 4 or 5 buttons at most during a fight. you got nothing to, yeah, you've got nothing to defend yourself with, and you've got no mobility either, whereas every other class does. Pito is nice enough to give me res there, because I sure as hell at that point didn't deserve it, gonna be honest. So that guy goes down.
These invaders still resisting? You should have dealt with them by now.
Yukin's down, just as I
You've been
predicted.
king a long time.
And it's
Master
entirely Blizzard. This is an entirely
Now
Blizzard class
you
balance
will
problem,
try.
and it's like, you need to fix this, Blizz.
Get
Either
away from
you
my
need to make
business.
aim shot instant cast,
that
like
pretty
all the other
daughter
hunters'
of
abilities
yours
in the other classes,
can.
you know, and scale back its damage because of that. Or you need to do something else, you know, and maybe look at the marksman again. I'm going to be honest, I would, if it was me, I'd be looking at the marksman again and switching this class, because at the moment it's like hitting 4 or 5 buttons during a fight is not fun. I'm going to be honest, it's boring as hell. That's the primary comment that everyone has about the marksman class. So Pit's down, Elami's down, Aki's down, Yuki's down, Crag Hack is down as well. I think that's how it's pronounced. But we are managing to still keep DPS on the boss. This is a DPS race at this point as well, because the fight will just get more and more crazy. As more and more death stores show up. Yeah, see, these death stores, we need to be dropping them over in the corner. Because this whole area in the middle here just ends up getting filled.
Zandala can be a deadly place.
It kind of doesn't help that Rastakan's not in a good position anymore anyway. We kind of want Rastakan on the corner of that pillar, but he's not. To be fair, the Druid's having to manage this draw ability that Rastakan's got as well. He draws you close to him, you touch him, you die. So yeah, there's Death Door fading there. It's literally everyone at this point. No one's thinking drop the Death Doors over there, which is kind of a bit stupid, because this really screws us up, because these things are everywhere by the end of the fight. I'm not even kidding. They're all over the place and just making it so very difficult. Yeah, I just disengaged there because I'm like, I need to get back out of this crap. What the hell's going on? See, if all these dev stores were dropped over into that corner there, this fight would be a heck of a lot easier, even for a marksman like me. This fight would be manageable. But in its current state, where they're just everywhere and people are just dropping more of them next to me, it's like, yeah, no, you're gonna die. You're going to die. There's nothing that you can do about it. You know, at this point, I've resigned myself to the fact that I'm probably going to die within the next 10 seconds. Because look at these death doors. We're just surrounded by them at this point. It's like, I'm thinking, honestly, I'm thinking to myself, we're going to wipe. We're going to wipe. We're going to wipe. You know. And it is only because of like all of the healers that are left alive at the moment, working their balls off to heal off the damage that everyone's taking. Look, there's Death Door on me, but like, there's no way that I'm getting over into that corner in 3 seconds past all of these other Death Doors, chucking out all of those balls. It's like, yeah, no, it's going to sit in the middle. And there I go, but I take Rastakan with me. Okay, so that was part 6. I hope you enjoyed watching and seeing the craziness, the shenanigans, and just general overall badness of me. But with that, have fun, play safe, and I will catch you guys later.